Good evening everybody, hello, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome. This is our 1938 Farmall F-20. Now we bought it as a bit of a basket case. It was cheap enough, it was at the right money, and it was a complete tractor when it arrived, but we knew the engine was seized and we took a chance on it. Anyway, we've started disassembling it and the cylinder head's cracked, and I've put an advert in the Red Lines magazine, which is like the English version of Red Power, and to no avail. I've had the article in the magazine for a number of issues. It's going to be too expensive to restore this one. We just can't find the parts in this country, because when you think it's coming up 90 years old and there's just none of them about. See, these were before World War II, so they didn't really import them. The Farmall M's and H's came across, and the A's. Now if the flash is on. We've left it soaking with oil in. But the bores are really quite rough. They might hone out, who knows. The block isn't cracked, so the block's okay, and it's a casting code H, which indicates 1938. See, on these they always crack from that stud that way, but inside is quite, there's a bit of rust on the cam lobes. The bearings would need replacing, they're red rusty. It would need to all come to pieces, but the cost of simply doing it now and just finding the parts we need, because we need the cylinder head, and that's without knowing what the crank's like. All the other associated bits and pieces, it's just gonna cost too much, even if we could find the parts. So we don't want to part it out just yet. We don't want to be too hasty. We'll loosely reassemble it, fill it full of oil to help free it up, and it can just go on the back burner for now. It does have the overdrive unit, which is quite desirable as an extra, and if it does come to being a parts tractor, which is a shame, but we just cannot find the parts in England for it. People aren't breaking them up anymore because they're too precious to be broken, and the people who have got spare parts are hanging on to them because they're simply not making anymore. And right on cue, here he is. Hello there, stinker, what you doing? Hey? What's that, birdie? You're a baby, you. So we're gonna loosely reassemble it, fill it full of oil, and one day, fingers, eyes and toes and legs crossed, we might find the parts for it. And it's a shame because it's not done a great deal of work. You know, the tread on the pedals is good, the steering's fantastic on it, and the drawbar, all the holes, you know, none of the holes are all stretched out. So if it does become a parts tractor, there's loads of spare bits on it that'll be handy. I'll insert a picture of how it was when it arrived, and we'll cover it back up for now. Well, that's just a little update on the... What's up? Another one? Yeah, that's just a little update on the F-20 situation. There's a WD-6, which you've all seen in a recent video. Cage trailer that will probably be going up for sale now as we've got our little low loader. The W6, we've got the carburettor and the magneto sorted for now. Parts have arrived from America, so that'll be going back together. That'll be on the to-do list shortly. But when you leave these internationals unattended, I've been at work all day, and then, you know, it's like Nuffields, they multiply when your back's turned. They must be bang at it. Well, anyway, I've come home from work today to meet this. Just let it sink in for a while. Our parts Farmall is a 1938, matching numbers, and this one come up for sale, and it was just, to be honest, you don't see them come up for sale very often in England. This come up for sale at sensible money, and we just decided it's just going to be easier. We've gone from having a wreck tractor with no spare parts to now having a good tractor with a wreck tractor for spare parts. So we're keeping the old 1938 one as a donor in case anything goes wrong on this one, but hopefully it shouldn't. It's lasted all these years. Anyway, like, what can we say about it? This is the first time I've seen it. I come home from work about 20 minutes ago, and we're looking at this together. This is a 1939 model, and it's older restoration, but it's good and honest. It doesn't have the overdrive, but we've got it on the 38 model, so we can always fit it. It's got the kerosene manifold, but it does have a crack in the back of it here, so we'll probably put the straight petrol or gasoline manifold off the 38 one on this, so as it just tidies that up. But what can I say, it's a nice old tractor. They're just a classic look to them. You've got Pete with just a few acres channel, and now you've got Carl with just an acre. It's a 1939 model, so it'd be last year of production before they went to the M's. Yeah, what you can see is what it is. So I hope that's pleased a few people. It's not the ideal out, well, it is good. We've got an F-20, a running one. Just having another look at the Farmall F-20. Got the air cleaner tag there. A lot of the casting codes are H, which I'm sure, without looking, I'll check in the book, I'm sure that's 1938, so the parts would have been cast in 38. the engine block number. Manifold's blowing a bit there, but just behind here, or should I say here, is the engine number. I can see it, but it's not showing up on the camera, and it's 118H. The gearbox top cover is upside down there. Is, whoop, fingers, 1112H. I don't know what they've been running on. The sediment bowl could do with a clean out. But no, it's tidy. It's tidy. It's a damn sight tidier than what we had. The wheels are good on it. Usually they've been ballasted with chloride and they're rotten. The drawbar has done a bit more work. This hole's a bit stretched out, so we might swap the drawbar with R1, put all the good bits on one and make one good one out of two. Ours has the seat with the shock absorber and the big spring, and yet this one's different again, different than the regular, and I don't know, perhaps they were cutting back. It's the last year of production of these. Well, I'm just guessing, but I would say it's an early 39 because a lot of the casting numbers have got the H in, which I'm sure indicates 1938. I'm not sure whether it should have the rubber steering wheel, because I know the 38 one, I got the rubber steering wheel. It was a selling gimmick to take vibration, dampen the vibrations. There's a black and white film on YouTube actually, I'll put a link in the description. And it's a sales film, and it's like showing the differences between the regular to the F-20, which is worth a watch, seeing as we're on the subject. The cables are missing for the steering, so the cables attach on here through the pulley here and then run through here down to here, and then the hook on there, and as you turn left or turn right, puts the independent brake on for each side so as it'll screw round on the spot. We've also got an AC oil pressure gauge, so we'll swap the gauge off our 38 one. See, it's being a donor and being put to good use already, but we'll put all the bits that we take off this on that, so it's still a complete tractor. But we'll have one mint one and one that's hopefully we'll find the bits for. We've got the correct mag. It's got new plugs in it, because you have to oil the top end of the engine. It's got an oil pump, it's roller bearing mains at each end, and then an oil pump for the connecting rods, but the top end is manual. You got to oil that yourself through them little troughs there, so that one's stuck down, so I wonder if it's ever had oil. It runs nice. The radiator core is okay, that's a good sign. And she's got some old weather checked but original type wheels, oldie worldy chunky wheels. So we're in a better position regarding F-20s than we were previously. With it being a model made after 36, the early ones were grey, and then I think it was November 1936 they changed to the International Signature Red. So at the weekend, because it's just trying to rain now and I'm going in because it's getting a bit late. But we'll get it in the paddock and give it a run round, and these sheep surely won't have seen one of these before. So I'll end the video here, and we'll go and do a bit of research looking at the history books. So long for now. If you go down in the woods today, you're in for a big surprise. Oh yeah. We're still going to hold out hope for the old F-20 1938 one. So it's so long from me, and it's so long from him.